Now find a straight back chair, put both feet flat on the floor, close your eyes, and put your right hand by your side. Bring your attention to your right hand hanging by your side. Simply notice it. Be aware of it. And feel the blood flowing down into it, and it will tingle. Now just do that. Just be aware of your hand hanging by your side. There is no need for any effort. Again, simply notice your hand hanging by your side until you find yourself not noticing it through being caught up in a daydream of thought. And when that happens, simply bring your attention back to your hand again and again. If you do this, you will begin to feel the blood flowing down into your fingertips. You are now learning how to concentrate on your hand gently. Be very, very consciously aware of your hand. Mentally shift your attention from one finger to another. Bring your attention to your first finger. Notice it tingle a little bit. Now the second finger. Now shift your attention to the third and fourth, coming back to the first again. Just be very, very aware of each finger in turn until it feels as though the blood were flowing into it. Tingle just a little bit. Now, while you are being very, very aware of your hand, shifting your attention from one finger to another, you find you can do it. Become also aware of the middle of your forehead. Now, as though you were looking through the middle of your forehead, funnel your attention also down your right arm into your hand and bring your attention to each finger in turn while you're doing that. As though you were looking through the middle of your forehead, you can also see your right hand hanging by your side, and you can almost see an outline of your hand in your mind's eye. And looking through the middle of your forehead, you'll see thoughts. And if thoughts pull you in, just stand back from those thoughts. Just stand back from the thought. Don't fight it. Just look through the middle of your forehead as if the thoughts were clouds, and funnel your attention down your right arm. Concentrate on each little finger in turn, shifting your attention from the first finger to the second finger to the third finger, and keep on looking through the middle of your forehead with your mind's eye. Stand back and see your thoughts as a television set with no picture on it, just white noise, maybe color, little colored flashes of light. As though you're looking through the middle of your forehead, funnel your attention down your right arm and be aware of the first finger and the second finger and the third finger. And if a thought pulls you in, pull back. Pull back from the thought. Now, it may happen for a few moments that you're caught up in a daydream. Just observe the thought. Just notice that you're pulled into thought. Stand back and don't get frustrated, and funnel the energy down your arm and focus on each finger in turn gently. You find you can do it. It will happen many times that your thought will pull your consciousness into it. But never mind, as many times as it happens, as many times pull back, watch the thought as if you were looking at a cave, the wall of a cave. That's all. And the thoughts will disappear, dissolve, as you look down your arm and feel the blood flowing into each finger in turn, your first finger, your second finger, and so on and so forth. Keep doing this. Don't stop. Be very aware of this hand. Be very conscious of it. Feel the presence of it. Feel the blood flowing into it. Then out of this mild, warm, tingling feeling, let that hand become a vague outline in your mind's eye, the way I described it before. It is as though you can almost see or sense where your hand is without imagery. If your thoughts pull your awareness away from the present moment, bring your attention back to your hand and feel it again. Feel the awareness of it. Feel the presence of it. And then see the back of your hand drawing up towards the middle of your forehead. Now you can imagine the back of your hand coming up the middle of your forehead, and just feel as though the hand is coming up. Just imagine it coming up now, just as an exercise of control over your own mind and feelings and body. And just imagine it coming up to the middle of your forehead. Draw the hand towards the middle of your forehead. As you look at it with your mind's eye, you can see your hand out of the corner of your mind's eye, coming up, as if it was being lifted up by a warm cushion of air. Be very conscious of your own mind, as though you were sitting in a cave, looking at the wall of that cave, and then seeing that hand coming up towards the middle of your forehead. See the image of it now, and feel the awareness of it, and see it coming up towards the middle of your forehead. See the outline of your hand moving towards your head, and your head falling towards your hand. This is to help you relax. It is not that important if your concentration does not make your hand feel light. I only want to help you to keep your mind in the now present, to keep it from wandering into thought and dream stuff. If your thoughts pull your awareness away from the tingling of your hand in this present moment, simply feel the awareness of your hand again, and then see your hand drawing upward toward your head, and your head getting a little heavy towards your hand. Now keep doing it and don't stop. That's all I want you to do. Again, so as to help keep your awareness in the moment, judge the distance between your hand and your forehead. See if you can estimate the distance your hand has to travel to touch your forehead. Don't hurry. Be patient. You have plenty of time. Just be conscious of the tingling of the hand. Feel the awareness of it. See the outline of it through your mind's eye, coming towards you, as though you were looking through the middle of your forehead, drawing closer and closer. Keep doing it. You are not meant to look up and strain your eyes, just as though you were looking through the middle of your forehead and seeing your hand coming up in your mind's eye. If your thoughts wander off, don't worry. Bring your mind back to the process, the awareness of now, the awareness of your hand rising to the middle of your forehead. Feel the warmth, the blood flowing down into it. Feel the presence of it. And then see the outline of your hand drawing towards the middle of your forehead. Again, as though you're looking out into space and you can see it coming towards you. Don't look upwards or strain your eyes. Simply have the awareness of the middle of your forehead in your mind's eye. Just observe as though you were looking through the middle of your forehead, the place where thoughts rise. Then see if you can locate where your hand is rising, up towards the middle of your forehead, energizing your arm through being very aware of it. It will become lighter and lighter and lighter. Don't hurry. It is really not important if your hand does not rise. The object of the exercise is to create a response to your inner self, to remain in the present, in the presence. If your arm becomes light and buoyant, let your hand go up by itself and travel towards your forehead. If your mind wanders off, bring your attention back to your hand. Feel the awareness of it again. Feel the tingling sensation, as though the blood were flowing down into your fingers. But there's something more than that happening. See the outline of your hand coming up towards the middle of your forehead, as though you were looking through your mind's eye. Remember, don't strain your eyes. Just be very, very aware of your hand, as though you could see it through the awareness of the middle of your forehead, so your hand and head will eventually feel as one. You find now you can dissolve unnecessary thoughts simply by becoming aware of the present moment. Be aware of your hand. Feel it coming up towards, so the back of your hand touches the forehead. Judge the distance. In your estimation, see if you can judge the distance between the back of your hand and the middle of your forehead. Draw the hand closer and closer to the head. Soon, you will feel that the back of your hand is closer to your forehead than it really is. It may feel as though your hand is passing through your head at times, rather than to your head. But when it does move a little closer, it doesn't seem to get there, to touch your forehead. It seems as though your hand is closer than it really is. This is just an effect created by the way you're concentrating. But don't worry. Now still keep being aware of your hand. Be very, very conscious of it. Feel as though the blood were flowing into it. It will tingle. It may feel very warm or detached, but just keep being aware of your hand and remain aware of it through the middle of your forehead. When the back of your hand touches the middle of your forehead, you may drop your hand to your lap.